It's definitely for our generation, last generation, meaning the the, the biggest test is the connection to others, because it's the most difficult. It's the most difficult for us because of the way we are educated, formed, coerced into using the definition of self. The definition of self, definitely, if someone's saying, well, I, I have a very rich spiritual life of revelation and prayer, and I feel so close to God, it's not that I would admit him to, to treatment, but it's quite, let's say, common. I know they feel very special, but it's quite common for those who refuse to understand that the Creator thought of the createe as one body. So if I'm saying I'm an individual in that, I'm out of the game.
Mm.
It's very simple, and it has a sort of even a common spiritual sense. Okay, it suggests that what we're studying is not to do with the individual. It's actually, if we speak about Nestor, about this portion, it speaks about the ability to bless the many, a multitude of consciousness, that they will come together, and they will help each other to perceive their purpose. And when they will be able to come together and there will be one body, then there will be the sense of being individual will be the most deep and true that they will ever experience. But if they are not willing to come to serve that, they will never get to the individual or Yechida that they long for. Okay? So we feel, I know that we can feel ourselves with a lot of sense of religiosity, of being separated or going to the desert or whatever desert is, available for us, or solitude or separation. But the real test, the real spiritual test of our time is the community and the group. We can see because we abhor it. We don't want it. We reject it. So it's quite clear. But it's clear that if we try to adapt ourselves to any sort of or kind of perception that the higher has on us, it's definitely not of individuals, but of the state of human consciousness as a whole. Yeah. So this.
How does Erev Rav fit into this?
Okay. Erev Rav is a must within that, because it's a must. A must. Yeah. Within, we cannot actually. There is no Israel without Erev Rav. It's actually. It's very similar to what you ask now, because Erev Rav has a tendency for religiosity outside the community effort. It has the whole. We can see it. We can see that what is joining. Why actually Erev Rav or hordes or whatever it's actually joining Israel, because their sense, and it means that they have a very acute sense to spiritual sense, or to spiritual renewal. Let's say what is happening, and where the because they are coming from the other side, where the spiritual light is residing at a certain moment. So this is where the power of, let's say, this is the cradle of religions. Those people who sense that something spiritually have changed, they look for the where in which consciousness it concentrates itself, and they will join it. And then they will interpret it to their understanding or perception of what is service. So actually, it's not possible for Israel to actually become priest without having this notion or this human tendency part of them.
Hmm.
It's in order to be able to sort it and to create a different value. But the religious tendency of humanity need to be part of Israel, which is
And
Erev Rav.
because,
Erev Rav went after Moshe
yes.
because they saw that there is a presence with him. There is a higher presence with him, more than there is with the Pharaoh or the religion that they used to. And this is why Yitro is coming. Okay? And well, Torah is very particular. The Torah is given in a portion that is after the name of Yitro. You can say that another name for Yitro is Erev Rav, because Yitro is an expert in religion. This is what they say, Kohen le'el elyon.
Yes.
Yeah. So he actually knows. So this tendency, the religious tendency of humanity, if Israel to be true priest of spiritual terms and the presence of light, they need to engage with this need, and it needs to be part of their consideration, part of their how to actually quell it on one hand, and how to use it in the right way. This is what Erev Rav is bringing. This is why secular people would say that Erev Rav are actually everyone that is religious in terms of not being able to see the need of the community or the need of Israel. So Erev Rav, they are Charedim. But Charedim will say that Erev Rav are those who are free from the yoke of working. So we need to create a middle line. This is what we do here. Okay? So the tendency for, it doesn't matter because what we call the free or the secular people, they created and the work and the new men of Israel or kibbutz as a religion. So they have their tendency to religiosity. Yeah, it just has a face of communism or socialism or commune. Okay, but so Erev Rav is part of the way Israel will sort the different value of spirituality, but it needs to actually confront religiosity. We can see it in the class. No, we can see it in this group. You can hear the religiosity questions. Yeah. You can see that it's a very powerful, definitely for last generation, a very powerful sorting out tool to separate it from belief.